Hi there, welcome back. Cindy Leader, Lattes and More. In this video, I want to talk about and stress risk to reward, the all-encompassing stop loss, how to set it, when to set it. As you know, as lattes, part of my strategy is I do not put a stop loss until I'm in profit, because I'm following my strategy. I see where it's going. I trust my strategy. I trust my instinct, and I hope that you guys do too. So I know that some of you are not putting stop losses, but for others who still want that extra safety net, when you see a 3-figure drawdown, you're like, ugh, and you're watching it and you're stressing. I don't want that. I don't want you to stress. As you know, it always turns around, and we're doing the happy dance and all of that. And, when subscribers see negative numbers, I'm like, welcome to trading. And when it turns around, they're like, Cindy, they're like, I know, welcome to trading. So it's just, it's exciting, honestly, either way. And I trust the process. But what I want to review quickly in this video is risk to reward, minimizing that stress, minimizing losses. If that negative number is a lot for you right now. So let's go talk about that. Let's hit the charts and we will take it from there. Yeah, so here we are on a chart, and I had set this up. I don't really want to, I want to show you this and then we'll do another one. But I'm in US 30, of course. I'm in a sell. So for the basics, you want to grab this tool over here, the position tool. So if you're in a buy, you're going to grab the long position tool. If you're in a sell, you're going to grab the short position tool. So here I had grabbed the short position tool. I'm going to show you after how to walk through those steps. But as you can see, I have set a 2. When you see this number here, and the risk to reward ratio, when you see the 2, that means it's a 2-to-1 ratio. You can see if you doubled this red, it would fit 2 times into this green. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, which really means if you had a 1-to-1 ratio, that means you're going to risk 50 pips to get 50 pips. You're going to risk $100 to possibly lose $100. Well, we want a ratio that's a little bit better than that. That's like, here's a dollar, lose a dollar, here's a dollar, lose a dollar. Let's double the ante. Let's risk $1 to make $2. Let's even a 3-to-1 ratio. Let's risk $1 to make $3. Your risk is you always want your risk to be minimal. So in this case, you want it to be a 2-to-1 ratio. You're just looking at this number right before the decimal point. This is a 2-to-1 ratio, and you can see it here. And just what this means for US 30, and you can start to see the numbers. I'm going to eat 131 pips, but I'm really going for a target of 264 pips. It's basically 2-to-1, doubled in size. And so what I do is I relate it to my quarter theory, and you can see the numbers, the colored numbers on the side will show you. The gray is where my entry point would be. Okay, the green would be where I'm going. Oh, look, quarter theory, 3,800, my take profit. And the red would be my stop loss, get me out. And how I base this is 2-to-1 ratio, and then just on the other side of a quarter theory. Because you know from my trainings, it's always going to go to a quarter theory and then futz around and decide what to do. But if it's just a few pips on the other side of a quarter theory, you have a much better chance of surviving that trade versus some of you who trail a trade. You're trailing it by 100 pips, 50 pips, and it always hits my stop loss. Like, you're too close. Part of my strategy is you're just above your entry, enough to make a good latte, maybe a grande. Okay, $8, $9, $16, $4, whatever, right? I call it latte money. That's the name of my business. Lattes and more. Of course, we want more. But I'll take a latte any day. In fact, today, not to digress. Is this the right account? Yep, that's what I wanted. I have multiple accounts. I just wanted to show you that I believe it was today I hit latte after latte. And now I'm in it. And I'm gonna show this to you, being super transparent here tonight. I'm gonna show you an account that I have, all the dollar figure. Oh, you know what? Maybe I will just do that. Maybe I'll just show you on my laptop in a minute. Oh, yeah, so latte after latte. Latte after latte. $12, $11, $11, $17, $17, $18, $11. And then the money came in there. It was an $833 trade. So I'll take those lattes and stay positive. But if you need to, get out, if you're 131 pips, down, you're like, that's good. That's good for me. Or you can wait it out. But I want to hop over to UJ. I had set UJ up also. Why is this looking so funky? Did I do it on the hour? Maybe I did it on the day. Because that is like a weird looking. Oh, yeah. So weird looking chart. Okay, so I just did it. I did it on the day. Okay, if you're going into a sell, same kind of thing. Let's get rid of this and we'll start over. Okay. So I'm going to grab my short position tool. Right? Because I'm going to go I'm going to go for a sell here. Okay, our size going down. CSL. Here's, let's just say we're going to enter right here. Let's take it down to, let's bring this over. Bring this puppy over so we can see it better. We're going to take it right down to, and so now I'm looking at this black number over here, this grayish number with the plus sign. Let's find out where quarter theory is again. The actual price is this purple lavender price of 165.41. Let's just say we're going to take it down to a quarter theory number, which would be right. I love it when it lines up. I haven't done a training in a minute. I love it. I love it when I see quarter theory. So we're going to take it right to 65. So let's go here. Let's go to the settings. We're going to take this profit to 159.65. Is that what I said? Is that the right number? And this is why I wanted to set it up before you guys, because yeah. So here, okay. So here, let's say we enter this trade at 53.1. We're going to take it down to 159.650. So now we need to find the 2-to-1 ratio because look, it's 0.8 per ratio, less than 1:1, which means I'm going to give you $1. You're going to give me back 86 cents. Okay? No, I want a couple dollars. I want to double. So I'm going to now move this ratio down until it says, like the light just flickered, down to 2. Okay, here's essentially a 2-to-1. If we doubled this red, it would fit in here 2 times. Here's a 2-to-1 ratio. So now let's look at the number, this orangey number, and let's make sure it's at least just a tick or 2 over quarter theory. So my quarter theory would be a 5 or a 0, right, for the second digit in on a 3-digit number. So we want this to be, looks like 1.62 is 1-to-2 ratio. So let's make it a little bit more because what's going to happen, it's going to hit that quarter theory mark and peter out, or it's going to keep on going. And I know that sounds like, whatever. So, but if we trust our trade that this is going to be a short trade, a sell, then if we put our stop loss just over the quarter theory mark, there's a very good chance it will not hit it. We can even enter this as a demo later. So if it's 1.6, 1.5 is quarter theory, let's change it to a 1.7. Let's change it to a 1.7. Let's say 1.75. 1. Where's my thing? 160. What's my entry price? Oh, here it is, way down here. I'm like, where did it go? 1.75, let's say. And let's see what this quarter, oh, it's a little less. I want to go the other direction. So 1. We don't want to go higher, we're going to go lower. Okay, so we want to do it just under that. Oh, it's just under. Okay. We're going to leave it here because if it keeps going up any further past the quarter theory, then we should be okay. So we're just going to call this right under 2. And I'm happy with that. And that would get you out. That would get you out of this trade. Down 51 pips with a gain of 100 pips. Where is it? Essentially 100 pips. So you've got that 2-to-1 ratio. It's just on the other side of quarter theory. Let's set one more. Let's set one more. Let's go to our friend Bitcoin. Let's go to our friend Bitcoin. Let's look at the RSIs. Pretty flat. Bitcoin, as you can see, this is a daily chart. Yeah. And if you saw my notifications on WhatsApp in our group, I bought in here somewhere. I bought in here. I bought down here, I think. I was gonna wait till it got to like 58, but I couldn't. I bought in here somewhere. Oh, this is a daily chart. That's why I'm like, why? Yeah. I could not wait. I was too excited. I feel like I bought down here somewhere. I bought just below 60. Anyway. I feel it's still going down. So let's find a trade. I don't really do anything with the hour. I don't place a trade off the hour. I feel this is like a long-term venture. I still think it's gonna sell. Oh, and she's coming for this. She's coming for this. Let's do that. Let's go into another short position. Short position. You can enter, look at how it's right at that Bolger band. We can enter here. Let's enter here. So when it gets here, when she gets here, when she gets right past this, of course it's quarter theory, 200, just under 200, 250. When it gets here, we're going to take it all the way to this 75. So 75 and let's say 225. So let's go adjust that. Entry 225. Take profit. What did I say? I forgot. $450. Take profit $450. Let's make sure we take profit $450. Okay, now we're going to look at the 2-to-1 ratio. Not even close to 2-to-1. Make this bigger. Not even close to 2-to-1. So let's bring this to a 2-to-1 ratio. Find the quarter theory. Go just on the other side of it. And call it a day. Oh. What am I doing? Jeez. So you always have to grab the little dots to move. The green and the red box are on the left-hand side. So we're watching that middle number, risk reward. We need it to be a 2. We need this red box, red rectangle to be half the size of that green. And then we're going to find quarter theory. Okay, let's call it here. Okay, so what do we have? If we doubled this, it would fit 2 times in here. 2-to-1 ratio, as you can see, pretty close. So what do we got? We got, let's call it 61,900. Let's go just a few pips on the other side of 69,100. Now the spread on Bitcoin is usually, does it say here? Let's see the spread. I don't think it says the spread here. This is not a trading screen. The spread on Bitcoin is usually like 60 pips. Spread on Bitcoin. Oh, geez. All right, hold on. Let's figure this out. Markets, crypto, BTC. The spread is at 68 right now. 68. So we want to try to cover that spread the best we can without. That spread will get you every time on Bitcoin, by the way. I would just rather wait until profit. Okay. Let's go down. I lost this on the last one. This is really gonna put us not even close to 2-to-1. Oh, it's still pretty close. Okay, I will take that. I will take that. I put us 50 pips. Let's try it. Let's try that 68 just for yucks. So this will be a little less than 2.1, but for those, let's do 68. For those who really need that stop loss to feel safe. So it's a 1.8 risk versus 2-to-1. Yeah, Bitcoin has a hefty spread. So if you did 2-to-1 and you did close to quarter theory, that broker's still going to get you with the spread because Bitcoin is just Bitcoin. But I hope that helps you see how to set it. I hope that it does. Okay, you want to find that 2 in here. Once you know where you're going to enter, and once you know where it's going and you see your take profit, and you can enter those, right? You just click on here, in here, brings up, you go to the little, now it's not a gear, it's like that a hexagon? And you go and you enter your profit level, take profit, and your entry price that you want to go to. Of course, this will all be on your broker screen as well, because TradingView might be a little bit different. Enter your stop loss, and you should see that take profit level. I would practice with this first. I would practice in your account, in a demo account, until you get used to this, if you don't want that negative. So I promised, let's go to one of my live accounts. Hold on, let's pause. So here's a live account. As you can see, I do not, okay. Don't even have a take profit in here. What happened today, Cindy? What happened? I know exactly where this is going, so I will enter take profit now. I must have been rushing for sure. But as you can see, in addition to not having take profit, I don't have a stop loss. I'm not putting, I don't trade with the stop loss until it's in profit. So the other thing that I want, let's put that, I know what it is, because it's the same one. Here's my take profit. I'm going to, and some of you know this, if you were talking to me earlier, 38,875 is my take profit. And when it hits, I will have a profit of $668. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, let's get rid. So you can get rid of this floating, irritating order screen, placing a new position just by clicking the order. But you can see panels, the markets panel, which is this. The orders panel and the trades panel. These are, what is the markets panel? Oh, it just allows you to change the market that you're in. I happen to be in US 30, so I never have that on. I don't want this order panel on. Bye-bye floating. I like to have this on. So now I have a take profit. I don't have a stop loss yet. And I wanted to also emphasize that this is like, woo, what a scary number. But this is also because I have a big lot size. Okay, this is not a 0.01. And as you know, US 30 is like the dollar system, 25 pips, $25. So it says I'm negative $528 with a small swap fee. I carried this overnight to the next trading market open at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But as you can see, it's a 0.06. So I'm really down. Let's call this 3,974, essentially just under 100 pips. So just under 100 pips times 6, let's call it 100, would be 600. So you can see it's under $600 if it was 100, but it's less. So you can see that once this starts to tick down, it's multiplied times 6. And once it starts to go into profit, it's multiplied times 6. The lot sizes are just luscious things when they're going in your favor. So as you can see, this is dropping already. I can see by the RSI that she is a drop-in. I'd like to go to bed and wake up in profit. Going down on the 4, going down on the day. I suspect that I will be waking up in profit, and it's coming down here. What did I say? 638,875. So somewhere in here, somewhere right in here, right at this Bollinger Band, probably. Yep, right at that Bollinger Band right here. Isn't that funny? Right here. This is where I'm going. So don't be discouraged. And as you can see, my margin percentage level is way in the safety zone. You do not want it anywhere near 100. As you can see, that margin call anywhere 100 or below 100, yeah, you're going to be at risk. I'm almost 900 percentage. So I'm going to sleep. I'm going to trade. I will let you know. I feel during the night, I will probably most likely wake up in profit. If not, I'll continue to trade it during the day. Look at that. It was just 568? 400. It must be going down on the hour as well. So there we go. If you do not yet feel comfortable without setting the stop loss, definitely do a 2-to-1 ratio at least. And just set it on the other side of your quarter theory by a few pips, and you'll be good to go. Okay, that's it. That is all she wrote. More videos on the way. Some of you know I recently moved. I'm in a brand new home, brand new location. So pretty happy. Pretty happy. Keep trading because it is honestly, trading is the only thing that got me where I am today. 5 years this July, next month will be 5 years of trading. 5. I haven't had a job in 5 years. I've just been doing this and perfecting my skill and sharing it with you. So let's go. I will see you on the next video.